Hello, and how you doing? This is Mars. Welcome to Elite Dangerous. There's been a lot of new players showing up, and I've seen people making a lot of mistakes when it comes to mining, and they have a lot of questions about the fastest, easiest ways to make money. And I figured I would make a how to mine video. So that is pretty much all I did for 3 years for money. Was mine and do some trucking. But basically, for you guys who don't know me, my name is Mars. I've been playing for about 6 years, and mainly I do anti-gank and PvP and trucking for money. As you can see, I have mined over 48 billion in profits, and I've got 50 weeks, 18 hours in this game. I've reached triple elite status, and I also have a PhD in Elite Dangerous mining techniques from the University of Georgia. Not really. Looks pretty good though, doesn't it? I sell these, by the way, if you want them. Now, the difference between core mining and laser mining are as different as night and day. I prefer laser mining, and that will become apparent here shortly. With core mining, there's just so many different steps, and it's an entirely different skill set. You want these bright yellow taters when you core. I call them taters. For a newer player, I would definitely recommend surface mining. It is so much easier, and there's far fewer steps. But with core mining, you can see what you got to do here. You got to get up on these, find these fissures, shoot these seismic charge launchers into the cracks at just the right until you see optimum yield range, and then you back away from it and blow it. When you target a fissure, you'll see at the bottom left how it says high strength down there. So you hold your trigger until you got just the right amount of strength, and which takes a good bit of practice. And yeah, it is satisfying when they blow. I'm popping off lasers because that's how I get my collectors out. Then you pull your abrasion blaster out, and you maneuver around, and you shoot the fragments off of the broken pieces as such, and your collector limpets will go out there and rake them up. A lot of different steps in core mining. Even when you blow a rock the way you're supposed to, I think I got 10 resource fragments out of this. Yeah. So that's pretty much the steps in core mining. Now, if you guys want me to do a core mining video, I will. But surface mining is a much better choice for beginning miners. Now, a Type 9 is a good mining ship if you're a surface mining. I don't care what nobody says. The point is you want a lot of room, a lot of space, because you need so much stuff on a mining ship. You want to have as much room as you can left over for cargo. There's no really particular build as far as hard points. You just need 3 2D mining lasers. Actually, 2 would be fine. I have 3 on this ship. This is my hauling, one of my old hauler Type 9s that I retrofitted for just to make this video for mining. The core internals, lightweight alloys for jump range, smallest power plants you can get away with for jump range. Now me, I like to have my thrusters fully engineered, dirty drive tuning and drag drives, just because the Type 9 is so slow, and you want the best frame shift drive you can always get. D-rate your life support for jump range. Now I have a 5A distributor in a 6 slot. D-rate your sensors as well. I just didn't have a 6 distributor laying around, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with this. For the purpose of the video, it'll work, but if you have a Type 9, you'll probably have a size 6 distributor. Make sure you got your 8E cargo racks in the top 2 slots. One 5A prospector controller that will give you 4 active prospecting limpets you can shoot out at once. You want as many collector limpet controllers as you can get. 5A, that gives you 3 active limpets. That will give you 6 active limpets. And I squeezed 2 more 3As on here, which gave me 10 active limpets total. Now you might want to sacrifice one of these 5As and have 7 active limpets and a shield generator. If you're a newer player flying around in asteroids, you get your little 5A or 5C bi-weave generator, just a good little bumper so you don't blow yourself up. So this gives me 10 active limpets. With the shield generator, you'll have 7, which is pretty good. You need a refinery, and you definitely need a detailed surface scanner. Get you a 4A refinery and a detailed surface scanner. You will not be able to find the hotspots without a detailed surface scanner. Okay, and as far as your fire groups, put the prospector on one trigger, primary fire. Your collectors and your mining lasers all on the same trigger, your other fire group. That way your collectors will shoot out as needed while you're mining. They're not going to shoot out any more than they're allowed to shoot out. Now, mining for merits. Let's say your guy is Yuri Grom. Just for the sake of argument. It doesn't really matter. Find a stronghold system for your power. In this case, for Yuri Grom, it would be 82 Eridani. Okay, go to ED Hotspot, just a simple website, and you would type in 82 Eridani for the reference system, because you have a better chance of having an occupied system close to your reference system. In this case, for mineral, you want platinum. Minimum hotspot 1 will be fine. And just click on search. And yeah, you do want to check the populated systems only box. And you can see here, they give you a whole big list. Let's go ahead and check that populated systems only box first, please. And we got Delcar, Algol, 21 Eridani, HR, 8514. Pristine reserves up here at the top. You see this? That is the most important thing. Pristine reserves. This will only give you pristine reserves, which is crucial. Common reserves, depleted reserves, sucks. Now, there's 2 platinum hotspots here in Delcar. So you pretty much just use process of elimination. Start typing in these names in your galaxy map. See if your power has a presence there, if they're controlling power. Because for mining for merits, you have to mine and sell in the same system. So we're going to go to our galaxy map. We're going to type in Delcar. And that is, Yuri Grom is not the controlling power there. Edmund Mahone is. Well, let's just assume for a moment that Edmund Mahone is your power. And you want to check out this system. Even though he's not, but that's okay. We got Delcar 6, and when you hit the planetary, you see this map, like this planet, pristine reserves. Again, the crucial thing. Planetary information, metal rich. That's probably where the hotspot is. Make sure there's a large station. The camp orbital here. They can buy your stuff. You have a large ship. And that should work. Now, I found this system here, 20 Opichu, however you pronounce it, and it is controlled by Yuri Grom. But I have not been there, so I can't look at the system map. But just because they say they have a platinum hotspot does not mean it's going to be. I've found some dead hotspots. They say platinum hotspots. You drop in with a little scout ship and some prospectors. You start shooting them out, and there is not a crumb of platinum in there. If you shoot out 20 or 30 limpets, and you don't see any platinum at all, even low percentages, then you need to find a different hotspot. All right, now, just for the sake of how to mine, we're going to come to a system that I come to a lot. I've been coming to for years. Let's get these limpets off of here first. We're going to need a few more than that. I'm going to load up about 450. Yeah, that'll work. I've been coming to this system, I don't know, probably a good 3 years. Now, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of my info, you'll see that our game time is at 1933. So we're going to keep track of that. I already have this these hotspots lit up, but for those who don't know, I'll show you how to use the surface scanner real quick. Pop it one time out here, and then you want to hit both rings. There's actually 2 rings here. And they'll hit, and boom, a big wave will travel across, and you can see the hotspots are already lit up because I've done this before. Now let me find my little favorite hotspots. There's 2 small platinum hotspots around here, side by side. That looks like them right there. Yep, here we go. Coming this little thing forever. Now if you notice, I'm keeping the speed down kind of low because it's going to pull you in anyway. Just come right down in the center of your little target circle. Hit the brightest yellow of the hot part of the hotspot that you can hit. You don't really have to worry about pirates. Put our night vision on. As long as you don't leave the ring and come back, you won't have to worry about pirates. Sometimes they show up. As soon as you drop in, they'll scan you. They see you don't have nothing, so they leave, and you don't have to worry about them again. That is the purpose of having a large ship with a lot of cargo capacity, so you don't have to keep leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back. You can get out here. You can stay out here in a Type 9. By the time, even a Type 8 or a Python, by the time you put Prospector limpets on there, refinery, detailed surface scanner, collector limpets, how much room are you going to have left over for cargo? So you get here and you pretty much just start popping off prospectors at random rocks. And don't be afraid to shoot the small ones, because the small ones can have just as much or a higher percentage as the big ones. See what we got going on. Now we're going to go ahead and target the planet. That way we'll always know we'll travel in one direction and not repeat our steps in shooting prospectors at rocks that are already depleted. And travel in one direction only. Now we'll go to our contacts and we'll check our prospector. It's got Galite. You see as a select one, it pops up on the right over there. 14% is an insult. 31% ain't bad. We'll take that 31%. Anything above 20 is good. You don't really want to waste your time with anything below 20. 31 is doable. As you fly up on the rock, look to see where it is spinning the least. The axis of rotation is what you want. Now my lasers are kind of spread out, so it's going to be hard for me to hit a tight spot as I can on my cutter, but that looks like a pretty good little spot there. You don't want to lose too many limpets. You know, if you just shoot it anywhere, your limpets will be getting smacked by the rock and you'll just be losing limpet after limpet. And even though we got 450, you still, it's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. If you fill up, you're doing really good, you can always jettison limpets, or abandon rather. You can always abandon limpets to make cargo space. I guess this will work about right here. We'll go ahead and hit it here. We'll put all your pips in weapons. You can see it is sucking down this 5A distributor very fast. But they're still doing their thing. We're probably just going to deactivate one of these lasers and just have 2. If you got you a Type 9, you'll have a 6A distributor, and with 2 2D mining lasers, you shouldn't even have to stop shooting. The limpets are doing their thing. I shot another prospector at this thing just so I could get my info back down here. You see on the bottom left down there where it says minerals remaining. You see the mineral content is dropping as I laser this thing. And when it gets down to 0, it will say asteroid depleted. And that will be it for this one. So just because it's depleted, there's still a bunch of fragments out there floating around. Let's go ahead and deactivate one of these lasers now. We'll just keep dealing with 2. Yeah, that'd be better. Still plenty of fragments to bring in, so don't go anywhere. Just point to another rock. We'll back up a little bit and shoot out some more prospectors. We got some little 6 tons to start. Now your ignore list is very important. You don't want to be picking up this phrasedenium and gallite and all this other garbage, so make sure you have the right stuff on your ignore list, or your limpets will be taking up your cargo space, which if you're in a smaller ship is going to be pretty limited anyway. So anything you pick up, abandon that crap. Make sure you get it onto your ignore list. You don't want anything but platinum. And just keep popping off the prospectors while your limpets are working. Speed this up a little bit here. See what we got. 8%, no. 13, that's an insult. Okay, those are duds. Got Alvin and the Chipmunks going on. We got platinum 14, boo. And you'll shoot out a few and not hit anything. You know what happens. Just keep the prospectors flying. That's why we got 450. Alright, what we got? The 42%. Not too bad. We'll take that. That's 6. We'll get to 42. It's right beside us. Looks like probably over here on the right would be a good place to hit it. Gonna keep the rock above us. Keep the limpets out of the way of the rock. Raise up, point down a little bit. We'll blow the fragments down. Oh yeah, that looks like a good spot right there. Fragments going down. Limpets have to work underneath you anyway. That's where your cargo scoop is. You want to have your limpets working in kind of a loop. They circle around, come back. Notice they don't come straight back. For some reason they have to dip way down there and then come back up. I don't know why they do that, but they do. It's just a game mechanic. But you don't want to shoot upward and have your limpets having to travel up above you and then come back down and back around and then up again. It just takes away from your efficiency. Shoot the fragments down. Do them, get them in a nice little loop as best you can. Speeds everything up. All right, let's kind of point back toward our planet. Well, our planet's actually behind us and to the left, but we won't worry about that right now. Go ahead and shoot one here, see what we got. What are we looking at? This is a 57%. That's not bad at all. They're pretty common out here. We're still flying as a 25. Yeah, we'll do that 25. Do the 57 and the 25. Get the 57 first. And yeah, I just generally fly around with my cargo scoop open instead of having to open it every time. It will slow you down a little bit, but I find it more convenient. So find us a good spot to hit this thing. Orbit around it a little bit. That does not look like a... Okay. Dead center of these two beams would be a good spot to hit it. Unfortunately, my lasers are placed out kind of wide. I forgot the way they were on this Type 9. It's been so long since I surface mined in a Type 9. I only did it to prove that a Type 9 is a good surface miner. Let's see, we got 27 so far. 29, it's going up pretty quick. 30, and our time is 1952. So, that's exactly 20 minutes, actual, since we left the fleet area. And we have 30 tons. I can guarantee you're not going to have 30 tons in 20 minutes of core mining. You may if you find two rocks back to back, I mean, back to back, and you blow them perfectly and get 15 fragments out of each, which you're probably not going to get. Then you'd have 30 in 20 minutes, but sometimes it can take you 20 minutes to find a mineable rock with a good core in it, and core mining. And this is our 25. Again, shooting the bottom of the rock, keeping the limpets out of the way of the top part, keeping the limpets below you. Nice little loop around. Found us another 57 right here. We're at 1955 in the game time. We're at 23 minutes. I think we got, what, close to 40 tons? We'll see here in a second. Speed this up. $43 tons. In 24 minutes. I can almost promise you're not going to do that core mining. You're not going to find 43 tons in 20-something minutes in core mining. Unless you're extremely lucky. It's not going to happen. Now, for those of you who just want to learn how to make money real quick and you're not interested in mining at all, we got to talk about Malanja. This is the place to make the largest amount of money in the shortest amount of time and the easiest. Nothing trumps these $50 million mining missions, because they're actually, you do no mining. You just hop over to a station that sells it, buy it, bring it back. You have to build up your rep with these people, which doesn't take long. In half an hour to an hour, you'll be allied with all of these people, and you'll start seeing the $50 million missions dropping for you. There's no way in this game to make this amount of money this fast and easy. Not fighting Thargoids, not exobiology, not mission stacking, pirate stacking missions, none of that. This is the fastest, easiest way. It's not necessarily the most fun. It is a means to an end. It's not supposed to be fun. There's 4 stations in this system. Polyakar Ring, Kaleri Gateway, Vinci City, and Vetsilani Dock. So if you can't find missions at one, then you just hop over to the other one. Check them all. Let's see what we got on the mission board here. I have become allied with all these people. Let's see what we got. Bertrandite, that looks good. That's what you want. 684 Bertrandite for 50 million. That's one trip. Over to Karka and back. Okay, it's 752 tons. I'm going to accept that one. Bromelites, you can't buy bromelites. What we got? Gallite, okay. 1164 Galite for 50 million. That's 2 trips. We'll take that one. 384 of silver. That's not bad for 50 million. As long as it's low amount. Silver and gold can be pretty expensive, so you want to make sure it's a low amount, 300, 400, something like that. None of the stuff in the thousands, you don't want it. It's going to cost you more than the mission pays out. All right, and that's Betzelani Dock. If you look at these transactions, there's one I haven't even turned in yet. That's 34 million, and with improvised components. 12 units. I would take the 30 million and the improvised components. And we got 7 altogether. It's like 300 something million. That's 50 million. Another 50 million. And that's technetium, 12 units. You got 45 million and 12 units of technetium. You want that. There we got proto heat radiators, 12 units, grade 5. 38 million. Abnormal compact emissions data. It's grade 5 encoded material. Trandite. 12 units of polonium and 50 million, or 45 million rather. All in all, you're looking at around 300 million, 350 million. And I can do this myself in, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. 300 million. And those materials in an hour. With another person with a Type 9 or a cutter, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we'll be done, and we'll both have 300 million. Now for the Galite, burn, Trandite, and Endite, and stuff like that, you want to come over to Karka. Karka is 33 light years away, not too far, and you come to Chandler Ring for the Trandite, Endite, and Galite. Now, if you're doing a silver or a gold mission, you can go to an even closer place at Bombalanja. It's HIP 45957. It's only 17 light years away, I think. Yeah, 17. And you come to Veach City for your silver and gold. Once you got your rep up, you will see these missions dropping for you. There is no faster, easier way to make money in this game, I promise you. You can have fleet carrier money in a week or less. You and a friend grinding these things out. Well, I hope this has answered some questions and quelled some speculations about mining and the easiest ways to make money. If you have any questions, hit me up on Discord. And thanks for watching. We will see you guys on the next one.